Hey guys, we're gonna be moving on to the next phase of these drawerbinet builds, and that would be the actual drawer fronts. We have a total of 2 of the units actually built. I have enough of half-inch plywood scraps to build another 4 units, I believe. So we'll fill out most of these cabinets, and then for the drawer fronts or the door fronts, we're gonna be making them out of mahogany and 1/4-inch plywood. It's gonna be a very simple cabinet door, essentially a half-inch face frame. We're gonna pocket screw it together on the front side, and then glue and staple some 1/4-inch plywood to the back. Plywood's gonna be painted black. These are gonna just get a natural oil finish, so it'll be black and red cabinets to match the ones up front. These are just leftover pieces that I have from when I built the door jamb. If you guys seen it, the mahogany double doors. This is just some leftover, test pieces. I have various scraps that I'm gonna be using, like this one. So essentially I had tested the data. We're going to resaw this in half, rip it down, plane it, and then get all of our material for our doors. So let's go ahead and get started on this process right now. My first step to reclaiming all the scrap mahogany material is to go ahead and resaw everything on the table saw. And again, all these pieces are left over from, test pieces from various builds, etc. But what I want to make sure though is that when I go through the resawing process is that I keep the blade running perfectly 90 degrees. So I'm not going to try to do a full depth cut all in one. I'm going to actually do it in 2 passes. So I go through half the depth and I flip the piece over end for end. Then I finish up the cut. 1, there's not as much heat build up or burn marks on the material, and 2, I don't have to worry about the blade wandering as I go through my resawing process. I'm going to end up finishing everything up on the planer, so I want to try to keep the material just a little bit over 5/8, so that way after it gets planed through, I still have enough material to actually do my face frames and everything else for the drawerbinet units and the drawer faces. So after everything's planed up, the next thing we're going to delve into is actually ripping all the pieces to the proper widths for my face frame units. Again, not really sure what to call them. They're drawer fronts, but they're also look like doors. These are just going to be, again, a simple face frame with the 1/4-inch panel applied to the back side. So after all the planing, the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and rip everything into strips, and then we're going to head over to the miter saw and cut everything to the proper lengths. And I'll catch back up to you guys once we have all the material prepped and ready for the actual drawer fronts. And now that we have all the parts cut to their proper lengths, the next thing to think about is joinery. And part of me was actually debating on doing like, some type of cope and stick or mortise and tenon. But again, this is only half-inch material, slightly over, maybe about 9/16. So I decided not to forego any of that joinery. And I decided just to use a series of pocket holes. And I wanted to make sure also that I'm using fine thread screws to make sure I don't split any of this hardwood material. And essentially what I'm going to do is pocket screw together a series of face frames. And then that 1/4 inch plywood that we cut to size previously, that's going to be the back panel. It's going to get stapled to the back side of each one of these face frames, and then these are going to get attached to the actual drawerbinet units as the drawer face. So now that we have all the face frames kind of sized up, the next thing we're going to want to do is actually spray all the back panels. Because those are going to get a black lacquer and the face frames are going to be a clear coat, I believe I'm just going to be using some Danish oil or maybe teak oil for all the face frames. So I want to get all the back panels already sprayed and lacquered before I go into that process. But also I want to leave just a little bit around the actual 1/4 inch plywood so I can actually add a bead of glue. So I know how much the actual face frames are going to overhang the plywood panels. I can go ahead and use my Craig AccuMark to mark a reference mark all the way around, run a perimeter of tape. So then after I spray everything, once I pull off the tape, I have a section of bare wood that can then be glued to the back side of all my face frames. I'm going to apply about 3 or 4 coats of this black lacquer. Then I'm going to come back with a 1000 grit piece of sandpaper, a little bit of water, and a wooden block to kind of rough up the surface, smooth up the surface. We also have to assemble all of the face frame units, which is pretty simple. I'm just going to be using my face frame clamps like I do any other face frames and clamping them directly to my bench, driving in all the screws. And once they're all assembled, we also have to profile them. You can kind of do whatever you want here. You can leave them square stock, you can route them over with a round over, chamfer them, hit them with an OG. Again, these are just simple drawer fronts, and I'm using a series of scraps laying around my shop, so I wasn't trying to overthink it too much. So I think I just hit them all with a simple round over bit, and then after everything's pretty much finished up, you're able to assemble your drawer fronts, being the 1/4 inch plywood and your 1/2 inch face frames. And how I'm going to assemble everything is just going to be a little bit of glue around that raw wood perimeter, some staples, and then after everything sets up, I can come back and finish it up with some teak oil on the actual face frame. And since everything's already lacquered, it doesn't hurt if any teak oil gets on the lacquered panels. Might help it a little bit. So I can kind of just wipe everything down, let it sit, then come back and clean everything off. I'm going to let the rest of this play out so you guys can kind of see the process and, directly in front of you guys. But that's pretty much the gist of how I made all my drawer fronts. After this, we're going to actually delve into attaching them to the units and making custom handles, also from leftover mahogany scraps. So if you guys have enjoyed this and everything we do on the channel, please let me know down below. Leave me a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Peace.
World.